girl, Winter Ramos from Love and Hip Hop, and I love Black and Nobel. And don't forget to check out my book, Game Over.
Like that, I was there when, you know, they hooked up, and I saw how the relationship started, and I saw how he treated her and how he was, and, you know, you just got the bad. No one talks about all the good stuff that he did for her and her daughter and, you know, their son and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, you got to give people everything to formulate an opinion. Everyone can say leave, 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 but for one, she didn't want to leave.
Mm-hmm. Did you sleep with Fabulous while you was his assistant?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, Emily and I were cool. You know, we were the only women in the house at the time, so we formulated a bond because she moved from Virginia to New Jersey to stay with us. So it got to the point where, you know, me and her became really, really good friends. I would have never done that to her.
But we'll talk about who you've slept with, because all that is in this book, right, Dred?
Yes.
Game over.
We gotta get into that, and we'll still talk a little Love and Hip Hop because you were at the reunion, right?
Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
We gotta talk about the reunion. That's all coming up. We have Winter Ramos here, brand new book in stores right now called Game Over. Rise and grind here.
I'm riding clean and I'm
Phillies Brown 99, Dred, Amina, and the mother. 8:14 right now, high of 61 degrees. We have Winter Ramos here from Love and Hip Hop New York. And she has a brand new book in stores right now called Game Over. And you'll be signing the books later on today. We'll talk about that. Right now, Love and Hip Hop New York. What's your relationship with the other cast members on there?
Prior to filming, I knew Tahiri, I knew Rocky, I knew L'Oreal, I knew Yandy, I knew Mendices, I knew Consequence. Did I miss anybody? Yeah. I mean, I knew from the industry, you know, I knew Tahiri and Rocky from working with that.
Erica.
No, I didn't know Rich, I didn't know Erica. And I actually never shot with Rich, Erica, or Olivia.
Good for you.
Well, you know, no, I wouldn't say that because, you know, in the midst of with Twitter and all of that kind of stuff, Erica and I kind of formulated a relationship, and I really got to know her with no camera. So I feel like our relationship is different because it wasn't like we were trying to shoot a scene. It was more like, you know, and she's a hustler, and I love that. You know, she has her makeup stuff, she has her books, she has all that stuff going on, T-shirts, and, you know, her partying and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's great. I think she's maybe the only one out of the cast that has a lot going on, that's staying busy and, you know, putting her, you know, mind to do whatever she needs to do in this industry to make all the money that she can and kind of, you know, utilize the situation for the show. Yeah. Like, why not?
Do you think that Erica turns up for the camera?
No. I think
that's really her?
I don't know because I've never seen her. Like, I've never seen that side of her. But I think she's probably provoked because, you know, she will get that way, and you know that's what, you know, that makes good for
she's
TV.
Lying. I mean,
yeah, but if you know, if you keep pushing buttons and you keep pushing someone's buttons, and you know that you can only push their buttons 3 times before they flip, you'll push them 4 times and see what, you know. I'm totally different. You can push buttons all day, and I'll be like,
whatever.
I need your skill set.
Hey, let's jump to the reunion. It was all over the blogs, all over the internet, everywhere. That what happened between Joe and Consequence. You were there, right?
Yes.
So what was your breakdown of it? What was your perception of it?
Or Tahiri and Consequence.
Go ahead. Yo, ass, the Black and Nobel. Check out my John. Game Over.
It was reflex with her. Because her and Joe were walking when it first happened. I didn't see that. I didn't even know that they had any problem. I don't follow the blogs or anything like that, so I didn't even know Joe and Consequence had any issues. And I sat with Joe at the beginning of the taping, and we talked, and, you know, I didn't know that him and Rocky squashed their issues because we hadn't seen the other episodes. So I was like, you and your girl gonna go at it. He's like, I don't got no problem with nobody, and I'm cool. And, you know, he was chilling and relaxed. And I guess Consequence, you know, had a whole nother agenda.
Yeah.
You know, he went there kind of
ready to get it in.
Him.
Yeah.
So it was surprising to me, and the fact that it was just it went there.
So
it
so
really went there.
Consequence punched Joey in the ear, they say, and then Tahiri punched Consequence in the face as a reflex?
No, I think what happened was when the scuffle happened, Tahiri kind of may have gotten pushed or something like that. And, you know, her reflex is, you know, you got me knocked down, you started this, and she, I guess, had an open way to get at him, and she, because Consequence even said to me, he was like, yo, I respect her.
time for your celebrity tea with Mother Knows.
You better work. Honey, a girl can't shake it enough times.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
Why didn't you ask for help?
Oh, well, maybe you can help me out because we have Miss Winter Ramos from Love and Hip Hop, and she has a new book, Game Over, My Love for Hip Hop, so we're going to get the tea from her. People want to know, why did you sleep with Swiss Beats while he was still married to Mashonda?
I was young and dumb. And I was young and dumb. It's definitely something that I know I should not have done. And one of the things out of everything that I have done that I feel like, you know, was wrong. And I know it was wrong, and I can admit that it was wrong. But again, I was young, dumb, and, you know.
How old were you at the time?
I was in my early 20s. This was over 10 years ago. This was this was like before Cassidy even became really big as an artist. So this was...
Now you work with Cassidy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What made you want to write a tell-all book and expose your past?
This was something that was presented to me numerous times, and Jadakiss presented it to me as a way for it to be encouraging to young women who are in the music industry or trying to get into the music industry, or, you know, watch Love and Hip Hop or watch music videos and feel like I want to be a part of this because they see the glamorous side of it and they feel like that's just what it is. Nice cars, nice jewelry, you know, the club, popping bottles. But, you know, I want them to know at the end of the day, there's pain, there's hurt, there's good times. I'm not saying that it's all bad, but, you know, I want you to know what I had to go through and the things that I did and the mistakes that I made and, you know, how I was able to fall and pick myself back up in a lot of these situations and move on and, you know, become successful and become, you know, a mature woman who, not to say regrets things that she's done, but who's learned from these things that I've done. And I feel like it'll help. I mean, it'll help grown women right now who feel like they want to be with a rapper or be with, you know, someone in the industry or a part of this because they don't understand the ins and outs. So it kind of just educates women to know, you know, not everyone goes through this, but this is pretty normal in this industry.
Did you ever worry about being judged? Because you sleep with quite a bit of rappers, and you talk about it in the book. How big, how little, you know, what happened with your relationship? Was it casual? Was it a really emotional relationship? You ever thought about the judgment that might come with this?
I mean, I think people need to take a look in the mirror before you judge.
Do that.
Is it... Are you judging because they're famous? Are you judging because they have money? Like, why are you judging? I mean, if I slept with 15 guys that worked at the post office, would it be that big of a deal because I worked at the post office? At the end of the day, when you work in the music industry, it becomes a lifestyle. It's not just a job. You're there 24 hours, 7 days a week. There's no 9-to-5 schedule. And so, you know, I'm surrounded by these guys all day, every day. So that's who I come in contact with. I'm not a bad-looking young lady.
No,
you're not.
you're
You're
pretty.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
You can turn me around real quick, honey. Damn. I'm just saying. By the way, who are you dating now?
I am engaged. I'm getting married next April.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Because in the book, that's a recurring theme. You're looking for marriage.
Right. He's not in the industry, so, you know, for me, it's different. It's a better situation. I feel like I'm more mature now. I'm ready, you know, to do that. And I was ready 3 or 4 years ago, but still dating guys in the industry 3 or 4 years ago, you know, you get guys that are 50 years old in this industry, and they're still not ready to settle down and be faithful. And so, you know, I just want girls to read the book and kind of understand that it's to let you know what really goes on.
Hey, Winter Ramos is here from Love and Hip Hop New York. She has a tell-all book called Game Over. She'll be signing her books today at Black and Nobel at Broad and Erie. We'll talk about that coming up. Carmen with her shenanigans. Here's Drake started from the bottom. We're about to wrap up with Miss Winter Ramos. A brand new book out right now called Game Over, tell-all book. Rise and grind.
Yo, the Black and Nobel. Check out my joint, Game Over.
Here's what's coming up next on the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Be clear, we still have Winter Ramos here.
Yes.
She's on Love and Hip Hop New York. Plus, she has a brand new book called Game Over. It's a tell-all book. So we'll continue to talk to her before the show is over. Here's Wale Tierra Thomas Bad. Good morning.
The whole team here started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom.
Philly Sprout 99, Dread, Amina, Mother Drake started from the bottom. And of course, we have Winter Ramos here. Winter, how you feel about that song? You like that song?
I like the song. I like Drake. I do like Drake.
No, I'm just playing. We had a conversation.
She was telling how somebody asked her a question about the song, and she was like, "Why would you ask me that?"
Hey, book is in stores right now, right?
Yes.
And it's a tell-all book, considered a tell-all book. And you said earlier that it has a very special ending, correct?
Yes, it does.
So, well, of course you can't tell the ending, but how does it fit? Will there be a trilogy? Will there be another book, a second book, a third book? Because, like Nina said in the last break, there are some people that are not named in here.
Well, we're gonna do it big.
I have enough information to create another book. I mean, I have shout out to Tressa, my publisher, LCB Books. I have the opportunity to put out more books if that's something that I wanted to do. It will kind of be up to her if it's juicy enough, if it's something that, would sell and something that would sell more than the first one. I don't want to put out something that's mediocre when I put out something great initially. So it'll take some time, but I think there's some more stuff coming.
And my lane I'm trying to go in is, what's next for Winter Ramos?
Next for me, obviously the wedding. Obviously, I'm having a baby. I'm opening up a clothing store in Pittsburgh, a boutique. It's called Wendy's Boutique on the south side on East Carson. The grand opening is April 27th. I'm just focusing on family work. I'm doing, my costume design and stuff for Flavor Unit Films, which is my everyday job. So we're going into pre-production in May for a movie, and after we're done with that movie, I'm just gonna sit back, have a baby and enjoy some of my success, and then come back and, if VH1 asks me back, I'll do Love and Hip Hop season 4, and then, once we get set to do season 4, I obviously need to come with something. I can't just get on the show and talk about the baby. I need to come up with something else and kind of utilize the platform. So there's a lot of things.
Okay, nice.
How does your mom feel about this book? Have you had that conversation?
My mom read the transcript version of the book, and initially, when she first got to maybe like half the book, she was like, I didn't know half this stuff I was doing. And then once she got to the end of the book, she was like, it makes a lot of sense to me, So for her, she's proud because she saw all the hard work and dedication that I put into, in this music industry, and to be successful today, and to have all of these things happening with the show, with the book, with the baby, so she's happy.
Because there's a message in the book.
Definitely.
And there's a story. It's not just you putting a bunch of things in the book saying, I was with this person, I went on tour with this person, I slept with this person. There's actually a message in this book.
There's a message, and also there are my work experiences. It shows the grind. It shows the hustle. It shows me falling on my face and getting back up and saying, brush it off and let's let's try something else. So, that's definitely a message that I want to get across.
I thought it was interesting to read about how you were brought up. You call your mom Jackie.
Yes.
You don't even call her mom. So have you had a conversation regarding your upbringing? And, I have to think maybe, if you call your mom Jackie, you call your grandmother mother, there's something going on there.
Well, the reason why that is because growing up, I lived in a house with my grandmother, my mother, and my 2 aunts. And from a little girl, they would always say, go to mommy. And that was my grandmother, because that's who they called mommy. And if they said, go to Jackie, that was, my mother. So it wasn't like I didn't know that was my mother. She didn't play the mother role, but it just kind of came from that. It just stemmed from me as a little girl knowing she's mommy, she's Jackie. And me and my mom have a great relationship, but my grandmother is my love. She lives with my mom in Orlando now, and my grandmother is my everything. So, I don't feel like there was something missing. My mom had me when she was young. I'm glad that there was someone there that, took that role and was able to play that mother role for me. Because even now, having a child, my mother can't wait. She's like, I'm going to do everything to you that you did to me.
It's funny because when you watch reality shows, you always see like people have all this pent up anger when you have like mother and parent situations. They weren't there, things like that. Like T.Erie addressing her father on the show. I feel like a lot of times people use these platforms in order to get off something that they've been harboring since childhood. Let me clear it up on TV. Let me clear it up in this book.
Right. Some women are just so emotional and they hold on to those things. You know, for me, you know, when you read the book as far as my real father is concerned, I don't have any problems with my real dad, but again, I was blessed enough to have my stepfather who kind of came into the picture, and you know, it took me a minute to understand, you know, his role in the family dynamic, but to know that that man was the best thing that ever happened to us and to my mother. And you know, to take my mother out of the projects and give us, you know, we weren't messed up in the projects, but you know, he put us in a better situation as far as, you know, showing my mother being in a real relationship and not what she went through with my father. So, you know, I feel like my father is the best thing ever, you know, besides my grandmother and my stepdad. You know, everybody else, I feel like that did wrong or that wasn't there or felt like they wanted to leave, you know, the best to you. You know, you missed out. I feel like you missed out on something. You know, you missed out on that opportunity to now spend time with your grandchild. So, you know, for my father to see on Facebook from, you know, his siblings that I'm having a child and him not be able to hear it from me, that was your loss, not mine.
Yeah. Hey, Winter, we thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, Boo-Boo.
Love and Hip Hop in New York. A brand new book, tell-all book called Game Over. You'll be out today signing, right?
Yes, I will be at Horizon today from 1 to 3, and that's in the Gallery Mall.
Yep, in the gallery.
And shout out to my boy Tyson. I will be at Black and Nobel tonight. We have a DJ, we have drinks, we have... It's kind of going to be a book signing party tonight from 8 to 9:30. And I'm sure he'll let it go longer than 9:30 if need be.
And you'll be drinking milk, boo.
Yes, I will be drinking milk.
The reunion is on Monday, correct?
The reunion airs on Monday. You probably won't see a lot of me because after the Joe Budden consequence situation, I left.
You was out.
Bye.
Yeah, I
I'm
left.
done.
So I'll probably be in this one, but I won't be in the next one.
And you were pregnant. You were pregnant in the reunion, right?
This happened like
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
I was pregnant, showing pregnant. You know when you see, like when I have a tight dress on, so you'll see that I'm pregnant. But yeah, I had to roll.
All right, Winter, thank you for stopping by. Coming up on the B-side, we got Rihanna poured up. Mina has, of course, Weekend Watchers, what's going on in TV and in the movie theaters over the weekend. It's the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Cheney University of Pennsylvania is hosting its spring open house, Destination Cheney, Friday, April 19th. Come see what Cheney has to offer. For more information, call 610-399-2275 or log on to